Kimberley Martin, ESPN's Get Up crew, on the Browns and the upcoming playoffs.
Are they the most dangerous team right now to Baltimore in the entire AFC?
They are.
They are?
They are, yeah. And I can tell you that because I've watched them literally every single week of my life. No, they are, because that defense is legit, and I think people always want to discount Cleveland, but
you played with Flacco in Baltimore. I mean, is this real? Yeah. Is what's happening here real? Joe Flacco off the couch, completely out of retirement, and all of a sudden, literally looking like an elite quarterback?
The last great quarterback loses that arm strength, and he has the confidence, and he's been there, seen it all. Just think, he went against Pittsburgh, he went against Baltimore in practice every day, and he can go on these runs where he don't turn the football over, and if he does that, they're going to be the scariest team. It could be a legitimate threat for the Super Bowl.
He did it once before. It was unlikely then. What he's doing now is practically impossible.
Look at this. Look at the love for Flacco.
They love
this.
That was Bart Scott, a linebacker who played a year with the Ravens, Joe Flacco's rookie year, also played against him for a number of years. But he brought up an interesting point. That year he was Super Bowl MVP, he threw 11 touchdowns, no picks in the playoffs. And he can get hot like that.
Yeah, he can get hot, and you worry. The one thing you do worry where like age does factor in. Like any pocket passer, once the age goes up, the interceptions do go up, right? But I don't think his interceptions have been really age related. When I watch him on tape, it's really just he just didn't understand who he was throwing the ball to, or he trusted somebody to finish a route that he probably shouldn't have trusted to finish a route. I think it was more just not being ultra familiar with your personnel. And I think as the weeks have gone on, he has not made those same mistakes because he's just a lot more familiar with the guys that he has on the roster. And look, he's probably going to turn the ball over in the playoffs. I don't expect him to be perfect, but the Browns don't need him to be perfect, right? We can live with one turnover or something like that a game. We just don't want it to be 3 turnovers, right? Like that's where it starts to break the bracket, the defense. So again, they don't need Joe Flacco to be perfect. They don't need him to replicate the numbers that he did in 2013, because if we remember correctly, 2013, that wasn't the Ravens defense that we all remember. Like we were talking about like Danielle Ellerbe and everything else like that on that defense. It wasn't a defense that was truly like those old Ravens defenses and carried them. They really needed the offense to carry them in that playoff run. But this is a little bit of a different story, right? He's not going to be asked to carry the show like he was in 2013 just to make sure that the music keeps playing, right? Make some drives, score, take care of the football. If you turn it over once, it's not that big of a deal. So you can still try to make plays downfield. Just don't make a habit of turning the ball over. And the last few weeks has indicated to me, and the point differential has indicated to me that that's a track that he's on to right now.